Traders from around the world, what's going on? It's Ricky Cadan back again with another real life stock review just for you. It's Friday, it's the end of the week. Real life traders have been tracking on nicely. We are currently up about 5R on our swing trade in our swing trading room. If you want to join our swing trading room, hop on over to reallifetrading.com.au and definitely sign up. It's a great community to be a part of. We do have webinars Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. You'll get access to the good old weekly options newsletter and also the Slack community access as well. $99 a month, guys. It is a very small price to pay, but the community support that you get is unquestionably the best on the internet. But without further ado, guys, let's have a look at the markets. Today we are looking at 6 different stocks. The stocks that we will be analyzing are Twitter, Johnson & Johnson, Zoom, Qantas, Woolworths, and the A2 Milk Company. But first, let's take a look at the markets. Now, as you can see, we are at the 50-day EMA, and we have been pausing for quite some time. This particular pattern here, guys, really reminds me back of 2019 after we had our last fall. We were around this particular area right here, traded sideways, couple of gap ups, couple of gap downs, and then all of a sudden we got this beautiful bullish candle with volume gapping out and just starting to change the trend at that particular moment. So right now, I do expect us to gap out of this particular range and then go bullish. Makes the most sense. Take a look at the E-minis. The E-minis did gap up in the afternoon session after Trump's news saying that he will be opening up the economy, and I mean, this is a retest gap, so obviously we will get some form of retest at some point, but it just makes the most sense for us to be bullish on the markets. Here's Twitter. Now, Twitter has been following Mr. Squiggles very, very nicely here. You can see here, I did draw this back here, and I do expect us probably to roll back down. We'll kind of see how we go over earnings. Earnings is just around the corner, end of April. If we get a nice gap up, we'll probably fade back down. But if we get a nice gap down, back down to these lows, we would most likely fade back up as well. Just makes the most sense to me. But Twitter, no real trade. We have got this nice little channel that we are in right now, but I do expect that to end up rolling over and breaking down. Here's Johnson & Johnson. Now, Johnson & Johnson almost making a new all-time high. I mean, it must be because everyone's buying all their hand sanitizers due to this COVID crisis. But yeah, Johnson & Johnson was very bullish after earnings. Beautiful gap and go. And not a lot to see here, guys. Really, just if you are looking to buy, I probably would wait until we get the confirmed breakout, and then you would look to buy on a dip. But if you are in Johnson & Johnson and you bought down here, this is a very nice level to start taking your profits. That is just an absolute monster of a move that we have had in the last month and a half. So well done to everyone who took Johnson & Johnson. Here's Zoom. Now, this really was just a sleeping giant, and I was definitely asleep at the wheel. This particular bounce off the 50-day EMA, there would have been your entry, and there would have been your stop. I didn't actually look at this one until about here, and it was off my watch list for a short period of time. But Zoom was a really great play. If you did catch this bounce on the 50 EMA, then well done to you guys. We are coming up to a resistance level, so it makes sense to start taking some profit. And obviously, with all the people staying at home doing their online meetings, Zoom is getting a lot of action around the world, so that's good to see. Here's the All Ords. Now, the All Ords just slowly trekking higher as we do. Most likely, guys, we'll just be it'll be a very, very snail growth type of move. I don't think this is just going to shoot to the moon. Most likely, we'll just kind of trickle higher. I think we'll probably wait until next year before we get a new all-time high. Makes the most sense, but we definitely do need somewhat of a pullback. We have not even reached the 50-day EMA yet, so if we get to the 50 EMA, we'll probably get some sort of dip at that stage as well. Now here's Qantas. Now Qantas obviously getting the news about their bailout from the government and a big stimulus package for them. Was making a lot of investors very excited and getting a nice gap and go this morning. A lot of people talking about buying Qantas shares at this particular moment. Makes a lot of sense, guys. From here, I mean, we are at a very nice low, up 7.2% on the day. Just know that we do have the 50-day EMA in the way, and on the longer term moving averages, we are fairly far away from those. On the monthly though, guys, we are bouncing off the 100 simple, so this is a very delicious place to start going long term. So well done to everyone who is playing Qantas. Here's Woolworths. Now Woolworths is just chilling. Obviously, very choppy at the moment, stuck between the 100 and the 200 simple moving average as we speak. On the shorter term moving averages, though, we are battling the 50-day EMA. We did get some really nice bullish volume, but it was after a gap down, so it was a very hard fade just yesterday. And coming into the weekend, guys, obviously, no, everyone doesn't want to hold their shares over this particular volatile period. So Woolworths most likely will pull back a little bit and then most likely look to go higher. Now here's the A2 Milk Company. An A2 Milk Company just saying, COVID? What virus? We are making new all-time highs by the day. Very crazy move that we have just had. Just in the last couple of weeks, we have moved up over 20%. If you are in shares, it just makes a lot of sense to be taking your profits up here, guys. Just keep that in mind. But if you are looking for a dip buying opportunity, because we have broken out of this previous all-time high level, just look to buy on a dip. Makes the most sense to kind of bounce off the 50-day EMA once we do get there. So A2 Milk Company just steam training higher. Here's crude oil. Now crude oil just breaking this latest low that we have had. Not an all-time low, but the latest low that we have had since the GFC. Actually earlier than the GFC. Sorry, we haven't been down here since 2001. So very crazy to see these oil prices, but we are making history every single day, guys, and it is exciting. So if you are playing crude, I mean, this is a very low level. Makes sense to be going long down here if you are looking to go long term. Obviously, you'd be looking at your longer term stocks, like your BP and all your petrol companies. Those companies, if you are looking to invest in oil and you're not trading futures, that is just one way to start to kind of leg into positions. We are at a very low level right now. Here's gold. Now gold, off the back of the news with Trump, we kind of are pulling back a little bit just after we created a new higher high, and right now we are battling the 10 EMA. It'll be interesting to see if we do actually break this level and maybe come back up, roll back down. That would be quite interesting. To me, that makes the most sense on gold. But for the most part, guys, this was a very bullish move. If you did catch any of that, then well done. And last but not least, here's the Aussie dollar. Now the Aussie dollar just rejecting the 50-day EMA, are also rejecting 64.64. I did say this was a very key level of resistance. We are getting some volume picking up just the last couple of days, which is good to see, but most likely we will start to trade lower. Alright guys, that's enough for me. I'll be back next week with another free real life stock review, and if there is any tickers, forex pairs, any commodities, any stocks you want me to look at, leave it in the comment section below, or better yet, send me a message on Facebook via our private Facebook group. and I will definitely put them in the next review just for you. And until next time, stay safe over the weekend, guys, and love life, live life, and trade it. I'll see you all soon. Bye.